Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have some Duelist Nexus releases and some reveals from the new set, and part of that is the new TISTINA archetype. So I want to talk about the archetype, my first impressions on it. We're going to read through the cards together since they're just now revealed and talk about their relevance and potential ideas to use the deck going forward. So let's start with reading through the cards. The first card is Demigod of the TISTINA. This is a level 10 light aqua effect monster, 2000 attack, 0 defense. If you control a TISTINA card, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can add 1 TISTINA spell trap from your deck to your hand. During your opponent's turn, if you control Crystal God TISTINA, quick effect, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face down defense position. Then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. You can only use each effect once per turn. Okay, so this is just a walking Daruma Karma Cannon, or whatever it is, Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see how easy it is to get a TISTINA on board and how good the TISTINA spell traps are. So, yeah, and then if we control Crystal God TISTINA, it's a Karma Cannon. So that's, you have to control the main one. Let's read through them and see how easy that will be. Sentinel of the TISTINA. So this is a level 3 wind aqua, 1200 attack, 14 defense. If this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control a light TISTINA monster, let's see, Demigod was light. Let's see if any others are. You can special summon this card. You can target 1 TISTINA monster or 1 face down card you control, destroy it, then add 1 TISTINA card from your deck to your hand. 1 TISTINA monster or 1 face down card you control. Okay, so you can use spells and traps, I guess. You can only use each effect of Sentinel once per turn. So this is almost like, it's reminding me of Unchained. You can like pop your own stuff to search. So we'll see. The next one. Okay, here's the boss. Crystal God TISTINA. Level 10 light aqua effect monster, 2000 attack, 3000 defense. During your main phase, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face down defense. Then you can send all face-up cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. Okay, so during your main phase, it's Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. Note that it's all face-up cards your opponent controls, so it will also send the spells and traps. So that's why it's better than the trap card. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can change as many monsters your opponent controls as possible to face down defense, and you can send all face cards your opponent controls to the grave. Okay, so you can do it on during your own main phase or when it's destroyed. So yeah, you can only, so this is really not good. So yeah, it's only good if your opponent already has a board, so it's only good going second. And if you just set it up going first, your opponent's not going to destroy it, so you're never going to resolve that part either. So, I don't know. Let's see if the support makes it any better. Okay, Hound of the TISTINA, level 4 Earth Aqua, 18 attack, 7 defense. If this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control a light TISTINA, you can special summon this card. You can only use this effect of Hound once per turn. TISTINA monsters you control can attack directly while your opponent controls a face-down defense monster. Okay, so we have Crystal God and Demigod are the light ones, so if you can get those out, you can summon the Sentinel and the Hound from your hand or graveyard, so that's kind of nice. And then you can attack directly while your opponent controls a face-down defense. So it's almost like Ninja. It's giving me Ninja vibes, like set all your opponent's monsters and then attack directly anyway. So let's see what the rest of the archetype has. Okay, here we go. Field spell, Divine Domain Bastistina. Field spell, during your main phase, send 1 TISTINA from your deck to your graveyard. Then if your opponent controls 3 or more face-up cards, you can special summon 1 Crystal God from your hand or deck. Okay, you can only use this once per turn. If this card in your field zone is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 TISTINA monster from your deck or graveyard. Alright, so they're never going to destroy this, because then you get the Crystal God. That's no good. Let me see here. So, during your main phase, you can Foolish 1. Then if you're going second, you can special summon a Crystal God. Okay, so that's not bad. So this deck is giving me serious going second vibes, because it really only does good stuff going second, because Crystal God is only good second. The field spell is only good going second. Like, your opponent needs to have face-up cards to actually make use of any of your effects. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, and then you can Foolish One. So just putting this together, this guy you can special summon if you control a Tistina card. So if you open this guy, Demigod, and like the field spell or a normal summon or something, you can normal summon, special Demigod. Demigod will search you the field spell. Field spell will dump the other level, like level 3 or level 4, and then you can summon that one too, because you'll control a light Tistina. So that's 2 to 3 monsters on board, but it's a 2 to 3 card combo. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, Breath of the Tistina, continuous spell. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Tistina in addition to your normal summon. Okay. You can target 1 face-up monster you control, or if you control a light Tistina, then you can target 1 face-up monster on the field instead, change it to face-down defense, then add 1 Tistina card from your deck to your hand except Breath of the Tistina. Okay, so this is like, this whole archetype wants to set the field all the time. Yeah, Book of Moon is great right now just because of cash. Well, not just because of cash. It's kind of decent into other stuff, but none of these are quick effects. They're all like ignition effects on your own turn. So it's not seeming so good. Like it's like having Book of Eclipse going second. Like it's all right. It's not as good as Book of Moon going first, though. So, yeah, I'm not sure how good these are going to be. But I guess if you spam, just enough spam Book of Moon, or like flip face down effects, like eventually you're going to flip their board and be able to play through. But I don't know. These cards are just not seeming too powerful yet. Okay, trap card, Signs of the Tistina, continuous trap. Activate by targeting 1 face-up monster on the field. Special this card is an effect monster, Aqua Light level 10, 0/0, with the following effect. This card is also a trap. During your opponent's turn, when that target leaves the field, destroy this card. During your opponent's turn, when this card leaves the field, destroy that target. Okay, so it like attaches itself to your opponent's monster, and then when either one of them leaves, it's destroyed, but it's only during your opponent's turn. So that's kind of lame, because if you have this set on your own turn and you can flip it, attach it to one of your opponent's monsters, and like link this card off, it won't get rid of your opponent's monsters. So like, how is this card going to leave the field on your opponent's turn to get rid of your opponent's monster? That's what I'm kind of confused about. So it would have to be like popped, or your opponent would have to target it. It's like, yeah, I don't know. And is that it? Yeah, that's it. So there's 7 cards, 4 monsters, and 2 spells and a trap. That's all I see so far. I don't know if there's any more. I haven't heard of any more, but yeah, to me this is a little bit underwhelming. This one can Demigod can special summon itself, which is cool. It's just Crystal God cannot. And it seems like the only way you're going to summon Crystal God ever is using the field spell when your opponent has 3 face-up cards. And if they have 3 face-up cards, you're in a rough spot already. So, yeah. I don't know. This is definitely a going second deck with a ton of hand traps. So you want to slow them down enough, but still let them have face-up cards, so that when you activate field spell, you can get to Crystal God and then book their field and then swing. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Like I'm trying to think of a good going first board or something like that. This might have to be paired with something. These are all aquas, but they're not waters. So I'm not sure what really takes advantage of having aqua monsters. You know, besides Totally Awesome, but there's no level 2s. Yeah. I'm trying to think, and because these things, Book of Moon and like set stuff, including your own stuff sometimes, you know, it might be good paired with a fusion archetype, because fusion summoning is the only extra deck mechanic where you can use face down cards as material. So that might be something. We got the level 10, so it also might be good with the new trade-in that's for level 10s. So that's interesting as well to keep in mind. But yeah, overall, what do you guys think of this archetype? I think it's a little bit underwhelming. It definitely has to be played going second, in my opinion, because so far I see nothing worth going first. The only way you can go first and do anything is if you set up Demigod and Crystal God, because Demigod says if you control Crystal God, quick effect, you can Book of Moon everything. But yeah, so you have to set up this guy and Crystal, but I don't know how to summon Crystal on turn 1 going first. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Am I missing something? I don't know, but right now, kind of until we get some more Tistina support. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below what you think of Tistinas. We'll see you in the next one.